What's going on, guys? Jihad22 here. Welcome to Top 5 Budget Infielders in MLB the Show 17. So, the parameters for this are cheap guys. You can get, guys who, silvers, maybe some golds, guys that are not going to be, 20,000, 15,000, even 10,000. Obviously your diamonds up to, 80,000. These are guys that you can get pretty cheap. Maybe 5,000 or less, or even some guys who are under 1,000 coins or stubs that will be just as good as the guys, the diamonds. So let's get right into it. All right, first up we have Brandon Belt, first baseman for the San Francisco Giants. This guy is a phenomenal first baseman. He's usually on a up inside edge. Like today, he's up from 84. He's at 87 right now. He's a big power lefty bat who has a solid 72 versus right and a solid 70 contact versus left. Then that power is 75 right and 78 left. I mean, that is pretty good, especially for an 84 overall. And usually, like I said, he gets those boosts. So most days he's going to have a large increase in his contact versus and power. So like today, he's got a +8 contact and +8 power. Now he has 94 discipline. So that's when you're check swinging, he can lay off those pitches pretty easily. His vision's 45. That's not bad, especially for a lefty. Now, against lefties, he's decent. A lot of the guys are just righty smashers when they're lefty, but this guy, he can hit lefties. He does have a solid. He actually has more power versus left-handers this year. So, and he is only going for 222 on the buy now, 105 sell now. So he is a really cheap budget player. Definitely think you guys should go check him out. Next up, we have Zack Cozart. He is a shortstop, plays for the Cincinnati Reds. He's an 83 overall. Now, just look at his stats here. For an 83 overall, he has pretty good contact. 71 versus right, 76 versus lefty. His power versus lefty is much better than his versus right, 84 versus 67, which is still not terrible. That's pretty good, especially for a shortstop. Fielding 83, so he's not going to make too many errors. He's got a pretty good arm, pretty good accuracy. Speed 61, that's a little bit above average. So for you guys who are just starting out the game and you want a cheap shortstop, he can also play second and third base for you. He is not a bad guy, especially also events, or even in Battle Royale. If you want to just go, you see your shortstop, you got a silver, a guy who you don't want to go, you don't want to waste a diamond, you don't want to get one of those guys, so you want to go with Zack Cozart, who is a great hitter. He's got good vision, good discipline, great contact, great power, and he's just a solid shortstop. And for 83 overall, who is going for, let's see what his price is at, hovering around the 400 mark. For a buy now, and a little bit under the 400 mark for the sell now. So for a cheap price, you can get a solid shortstop. Next up, we got Justin Bour, another lefty first baseman. He plays for the Marlins. He is 6'3", 265, so he's a big guy. He bats left, throws right. He's got pretty good contact, 67 versus right, 66 versus left, but that's not why you want this guy. You want this guy for his power. He is a guy who can, come off the bench for you, or even start a game if he's throwing a righty. I mean, he's got 89 power versus right, and he's usually up on an up inside edge. Like today, he's got +9 on his both contact versus right and power versus right. So that's a big boost versus the power and contact versus right-handers. And he's got 77 power versus lefty, so he's not too, he is still a solid power hitter versus lefties. And so his discipline's 80, so you don't have to worry about him, going around on the check swings too bad. He is 49 speed, so he's not that slow. He's not going to steal any bases for you, obviously. He is a big first baseman, but his speed, he can get around the bases, in a decent manner. But overall, this guy is a solid pick. Looking at his marketplace trends, he kind of went down. He's around 500, 600 on his both buy now and sell now prices. Look for him to maybe get an upgrade, so you might want to invest in him now or wait till Saturday or Friday after the roster update. His price will probably go down to around 400, 350, 400, you know, if he doesn't get that upgrade. But he is a prime candidate to go gold. DJ LeMahieu is our next player. He's a second baseman, and he can also play third for the Colorado Rockies. He has phenomenal contact. I mean, look at 82 versus right and 93 versus left. He's not really going to hit a home run. He may get one every now and then, but you want this guy to be at the top of your lineup, 1, 2 hole, hitting, and just getting on base. He can field. He's 88 fielding. He's an awesome fielder. 63 speed, so that's not too bad. He will be able to get around. Go from first to third, score from second on singles. So he's not going to be a guy who's just clogging up the bases for you. He is going to get on base a lot. He can drive in some runs. He will be able to hit doubles and maybe some triples for you. But you want this guy, at your 2 hole or maybe leadoff. Like I said before, you want him in that 1 or 2 spot, just kind of, getting singles up the middle, the other way, just kind of churning your lineup. You want that guy. He's kind of like a fire starter for your team. He's not going to be a guy driving in the runs, but you put him in front of the guys who are driving in the runs, so they have guys that hit in. So DJ LeMahieu, his price is at 400-ish, about 500 buy now and then 400 sell now. So he is a cheap guy you can get for your second base, or you can play him at third. He is a great budget player. All right, last but not least, we have Marwin Gonzalez. It pains me to put him on this list because I am a diehard Texas Rangers fan and I severely dislike Marwin Gonzalez, but you cannot deny the fact that he is a outstanding budget player. He is a first baseman. He can also play second, third, and short. So he can play every position in the infield for you. He is a switch hitter as well, with 76 contact, 63 contact versus right, left. 76 versus right. Power 71 versus right and 76 versus left. Vision 60, discipline 61, 57 in the clutch. He can bunt. He's very durable. He's not really going to get injured for you. Fielding wise, he's very solid, and he's got 65 speed. Now, for a player, this is like the most perfect utility player of all time, pretty much. I mean, he is outstanding. And, like today, he's an 82 overall, but today's up to 88. So he's got a plus 13 boost to his contact versus right and his power versus right. So, it's what more could you want from a guy? Plays every single position in the infield. He can hit for contact. He can hit for power. He can field it. He can run. And you look at what his price is, guys. Look at this. Under 100 stubs. Under 100 stubs for this guy. A guy who can play every single position. He's a switch hitter. Hits for power. Hits for contact. This is the #1 ultimate budget player for you guys. Now, you can pick them up for your battle royale team. Your event when if they have some kind of event where you can play silvers or you need whatever. But an unbelievable pickup in my opinion. He is the ultimate utility budget player, guys. And that's going to do it for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, just leave a like, comment, subscribe for more content, and I'm going to see you guys next time.